and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Chelsea, and if you're new around here, we'd like to do beauty related content on this channel. If that's something that you like, then please hit subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, then please click on the little bell and you'll be notified of every time that I upload. So in today's video, we've got look 2 using the Plouise the Money Shot palette. This time we use the top half because it's more of like your deep dark greens, your minty shades, and some like dark teals as well. And this is the look that we came up with. I've also got some Plouise lashes on and the Plouise paints in my waterline. But yeah, if you want to see how I created this look, then please stay tuned. And we're back with the voiceover. I haven't actually done a voiceover in a long time, but yeah, I'm just going to give it a go today. So we're going to use the eyeshadow base that I've got on my palette. So this is the Plouise Base Shade 2, and I have already carved out using like a thin brush, but then I'm just patting on some extra base because obviously I've done the other eye. But yeah, then we're taking a short shader brush, I think they're called, and I'm just mixing Filmmaker and Hollywood, so the two darkest colours in the palette, which pull through quite like a teal blue. But yeah, I'm just creating that winged out shape, and just going back in with product each time, just making sure that it is the colour that I want. And then we're taking a small Plouise blending brush and I'm going in with the shade Showbiz just on top. But first of all, I'm just going to blend out the dark colours a little bit more, just soften them before we go in with our next shade Showbiz, which you will see in a minute. Yep, there we go. We're just elongating the wing and just blowing out a little bit more and making the edges real soft. But yeah, just go back and forth, make sure keep picking up product each time. They say you're meant to pick up product every 4 seconds. But yeah, now I've got a peach thin cream blending brush, and we're using Girl on Film, so quite a nice green shade, and I'm just taking that over the top of the blend and just blending it out a little bit more, just swishy swashy motions, you know, and keep going back in with more product as well. I'm just trying to make sure that they're coming through even, but they don't, so I don't know why I keep checking, so just mind your damn business if you think they're not even. But now we've got a large Plouise fluffy brush, and I'm mixing the two lighter shades from the top half, so Born Star and Rewind, which are quite minty, pastel-y kind of shades. They're very beautiful, and I'm just literally swishing that through the crease, pulling it right through to the brow and like the nose area, and bringing it right out to the wing as well, just elongating it a little bit more and making it very blown out. So now we're going back in with the smaller brushes and just adding in more colour and just creating the definition that we want. So just go back and forth, like I always say, in the ladder technique. So go from your biggest brush down to your little brush, then back up, etc. And then yeah, just re-intensifying that dark bit with that small shader brush as well, and just making sure it's really defined in the crease. But now we're going to go onto the shimmers, and oh my god, this shimmer is so beautiful. So I'm using Hard Cash first, and I'm just pressing it on with my finger, because I find that's the way shimmers work best. And then we're also going to use Record, which is like a slightly mintier kind of shimmer. And I'm just going to use a Plouise brush just to really get into those corners of that lid shape. And then yeah, I'm just going to go back and forth in between those two colours and just really saturate my lid with them, because they are absolutely beautiful. Like, I love the shimmer shades from the Plouise palettes. But yeah, and then I'm going to go back in with that dark shade, so just re-intensify, because where the glitter shimmer got a little bit on like the smoked out wing bit. But yeah, then I'm just smoking it out a little bit more with my second shade and just make sure it's quite blown out. But then we're going to take a small acid rain brush, and I'm just using a bit of the shimmer shade just on my brow bone, but then going back in with those pastel shades and just blowing it out a little bit more, making sure everything's blended. But then we're going to take the Plouise Cut Carver on another acid rain brush, and I'm just going to smoothen out and sharpen the wing kind of area. So I just wanted to remove any excess eyeshadow and base and stuff like that, so that it goes quite sharp. And then yeah, just clean it up with a wipe, so just remove all that card carver. I love the card carver. It makes it so much easier. And then I'm just taking the leftover base that's on my palette, and just with the same brush, I just gave it a wipe. And then yeah, just sharpen that wing area. I just prefer doing it this way because it's just way more effective, and I hate really tugging on my skin using wipes with no cut carver. I feel like the cut carver does it all for you and literally just got to wipe it away. And then I'm just blending in that base with my large fluffy brush, you know, the one from eBay. And then I'm just softening the edges of the end of the wing, shall we say, with that large Plouise brush. Now I've got two green paints and one brown one. So we've got Limelight, Barbie Boo, and then Apple Sour. And I've gone in with the Apple Sour just with the fine liner brush, just to paint the waterline, but just the outer edge, because I want to keep that outer edge bit dark and smoky. And then we're going in with the Limelight, because it's obviously a lighter, more acidy green, shall we say, on the inner part of the eye, because I wanted the inner part of the eye to be open, to be bright, and I just felt that worked better. And then I just took a stamping brush just with like matching shades that are in the palette and just stamped that into place. I know that the paints do set themselves, but I find this helps the longevity of it in your waterline. It doesn't really affect your eyes, putting eyeshadow in your waterline. And then yeah, and that is it. Oh my god, how pretty does that look? But yeah, this is the final look, and I just love how it has come out. Absolutely buzzing with how this eye look turned out using the top palette from the P. Louise Money Shot palette. Really easy to blend with, and yeah, I feel like whenever I need a green look, this is the palette that I'm obviously going to reach for because there's so much choice. I absolutely love these, and the shimmers are just to die for. If you want a green palette, this is your girl. I filmed the rest of my base in a separate video, which will be up next, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you in my next video. Bye!